This video is brought to you by no one, but you can have your promotion here for $500 or less if you contact me via my Facebook page or become a $500 patron on my Patreon. So, before we begin, some corrections from the last episode. When I was talking about Star Trek Discovery, I accidentally called this actress Sequoia Martin Green. Her actual name is Oak Tree Martin Green. I apologize for my failings. I failed botany class. Also, a lot of gun nuts got mad at me for this one. The guy apparently wrestled with a cop and stole an ammo clip, at which point he was gunned down. Yeah, I called it an ammo clip, which is wrong. All serious gunnists know that it's called a boom woom, not an ammo clip. But I'm a peace-loving hippie, so I don't know gun jargon. I apologize once again for my terrible transgressions. Finally, when I was talking about the sparsely attended 49ers versus Rams game, I mistakenly showed this image, which I thought was a picture of that game, but it turns out to have been a photograph of Courtney Love's vagina. I will endeavor not to make any such errors in the future, but, I can't promise anything. I'm a fucking flawed goddamn human being. I don't know what you want from me. So I don't want to be one of these dumbass liberal pundits who's constantly being reactionary about Donald Trump tweets. It's just a giant game of made you look, Trump farts on the Mona Lisa or some stupid shit. The Keith Olbermanns of the world get offended, and his base excuses it as him being awesome, sticking it to those Frenchy faggots over there at the Louvre. And then no one on either side notices or points out what a lame duck president he actually is. The liberals need him to be a boogeyman. The conservatives need him to be a canvas on which they paint their delusions of grandeur. And so almost no one points out that he's just remarkably ineffectual, the most remarkably ineffectual president since Carter. But at least Carter had the benefit of being a nice guy. Trump's just a big, fat, mean-spirited retard. And yeah, it takes one to know one. Anyway, I don't like reading Trump tweets, but today I can't help it. He wrote a two-part tweet today that goes a little something like this.
If a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he or she should not be allowed to disrespect our great American flag or country and should stand for the national anthem. If not, you're fired. Find something else to do.
First of all, I want to admit we've got a bomb-ass flag. Most countries' flags, if you look at them, kind of suck. We've actually got a pretty neat flag. The stars symbolize the states. The red symbolizes the blood of patriots, which is pretty fucking edgy. The white, I forget what that symbolizes. Cum, maybe? It's a pretty dope flag, though. But is it so cool that we have to mandate respect for it? This, my granddaddy died face down in the mud at Iwo Jima for that flag. No, he didn't. No one dies for the American flag. It's a piece of fucking fabric. They die for what's represented by the flag, which is freedom, which includes the freedom to say, fuck that flag. Even if people did die for the flag itself, so fucking what? People have died for every flag. People have died for lots of stupid causes. Doesn't make their causes automatically good. And by the way, our national anthem sucks. I call it the national theme song because that highlights how silly of a concept it really is. Like if Tiny Dancer became the new national anthem, would we all have to revere it even if we think it fucking sucks? National theme songs are a dumb concept. And you know what I think is really unpatriotic? More unpatriotic than kneeling for the national anthem? Kicking people off healthcare because you don't like your predecessor. Making millions of people that you're supposed to represent suffer because you've got a vendetta against the black dude who came before you. That's un-American to me. So can we fire Trump? And sorry, all you Trumpsters out there. I know you're mad at me, so just remember, remain Klingon. I then went to BuzzFeed because that's usually a place where I can find at least one idiotic thing to talk about, but I ended up taking a ridiculous quiz called Build a Subway Footlong and We'll Tell You Your Two Best Qualities. I was skeptical, so I took the quiz.
Pick your bread. I've always liked the classic Italian bread, which I don't know, I just say white, I don't say Italian, but that's probably just part of my white supremacy according to BuzzFeed. Pick my cheese, huh? A lot of Subways don't actually have Swiss, but when they do, that's what I get. Who's this nun bitch? Nun? Fuck you. Pick your meat. Roast beef it is. Guess I'll just get some lettuce, some tomato, and some onions, and some mayo. And do you want to swap the sandwich you built for one of the featured sandwiches? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the meatball, actually. That seems good. Pick someone to share your sandwich with. Where's the nun bitch now? This is when I need her. I don't want to share my fucking sandwich with anybody. I guess I'll share it with Kim Kardashian. Apparently I'm loyal and honest. So this quiz, I can tell you right now, does not work.
Stand by your friends and family through thick and thin. You have many friendships that have lasted for many years because you're an outstanding friend. People always come to you for advice, and you see no sense in sugarcoating things because you are trying to help out. And also you're that shitty snowman from Frozen.
I found this great one on Salon. This writer, Jarrett Lyons, cannot fucking handle that sexy border patrol officer is a costume this year. Ooh, baby, look at that. I'm smuggling some bananas. Better cavity search me. Anyway, Jarrett Lyons is fucking outraged. The best line of his article is when he opines that the costume is actually sold out on Spirit's website, and better luck next Halloween when they release the Clan Cutie mini dress. Because yeah, a border patrol agent who protects the border of our country and a Ku Klux Klan member are morally equivalent. If anything, this costume is gonna get Mexican dudes laid. You know, she approaches them, asks to see their green card, and then they go into a back room where he proceeds to violate her sovereignty all night long. And if you're a black guy, wouldn't you be eager to pound a Klan cutie, you know, bring white supremacy to its knees? You know, am I crazy? Check out this story. 3 teens arrested after armed threat to kill McDonald's employees when food was not ready. The most shocking thing about this story is hearing what's served at McDonald's described as food. I think this is actually life imitating art, though. Kind of reminds me of Stephen King's It, because it's about a group of teenagers fighting against an evil clown that kills people. Although Ronald doesn't feed on your fear, he just clogs your arteries. In another bit of American dietary news, artificial colors are back in Trix cereal. Apparently, General Mills, the maker of the cereal, tried to switch to natural colors and flavors made using radishes, purple carrots, and turmeric. The fuck is turmeric? Sounds like one of those drugs with a lot of side effects. Do you have pulsating genital warts? Try turmeric. Side effects include blindness, loss of hearing, dizziness, amnesia, involuntary defecation, impotence, and epiphanies about life's futility. Go figure that kids didn't want a cereal made out of fucking radishes and carrots. Even the Trix rabbit was like, no thanks. Had a big dinner last night. By the way, we've got a new segment here on What Pissed Me Off Today called The Obsolete Word Hall of Fame. Certain words have been rendered meaningless through rampant overuse, and it's time for them to be retired. I saw this article on Slate called Rick and Morty creator Dan Harmon loathes the show's sexist viewers, to which the show's sexist viewers responded, if you're gonna act like a bitch, at least go make me a sandwich. But when you read the article, you see that Rick and Morty fans are repeatedly called toxic by various sources, such as the Slate article author, Rachel Withers. By the way, she got that name because of what the sight of her does to penises. I mean, mine's always like that, so that's why I'm so hateful. Vox's Todd Vanderwerf also calls Rick and Morty's fan base toxic, and he gets his last name from, actually, I'm not clever enough to make Vanderwerf any funnier than it already is. The Atlantic's David Sims also calls Rick and Morty's fan base toxic. We've heard for years from the whiniest corners of the internet that everything is toxic. Masculinity's toxic. Whiteness is toxic. Twitter is toxic. Well, okay, they got a point with that one. But still, the word toxic has been overused to the point of it just becoming white noise. And thus, the word must be retired, which is sad because now toxic waste is just waste, which I'm not a scientist, but I think that means shit is now radioactive. The Toxic Avenger is now just an Avenger, which that might make Infinity Gauntlet bullshit a little more interesting. And Tim Curry's Fern Gully song, Toxic Love, is now lamely just called Love. So, good going, SJWs, including you, Dan Harmon. Hopefully, Justin Roiland still likes us, but even if he doesn't, oh well. That just leaves us with the mystery of how two guys created a show smarter than they are. And that's the mystery I'll leave you with today. If you see anything out there that pisses you off, be sure to send it to me on Twitter or Facebook. I'm always looking for new things to make me angry. And if you want to make me the opposite of angry, then consider contributing to me on Patreon, subscribing to me on vid.me for as little as $1 a month, or buying some of my awesome t-shirts. And if you're an artist looking for some quick money, let me know. I'm always looking for new shirt designs to put on my store. I am TJ Kirk. Peace the fuck out.